Hey guys, Alan here from Apartment Approved. How are you all doing? Today we got another reaction video. Yeah, let's get into it. This is going to be the FitTransformer Titan Pro. Something new in the world of smart gyms. One could say it's kind of not as futuristic looking as the other ones because it doesn't have like a massive screen. Some may like that, some people don't. I happen to fall in the former camp. I actually kind of like it without the screen, like massive screen kind of vibe, just a small thing. You can make some tweaks and stuff like that. When I ordered the Inoda Gym Omni X1 Pro, I originally wanted it without the screen because it actually kind of looks more like a traditional functional trainer, just like with the digital kind of upgrade. And for me, I think that's really awesome because I've been seeing some, like in Indonesia on Instagram, I saw they have this Chinese digital gym product event. I don't know the name of it. I'm like trying to figure that out. If I find it out, I'll actually make a video about that. But they had like a dedicated lat pull down machine that was digital, right? So this is exciting, especially for people in apartments, especially for people in small spaces. To have dedicated machines that are digital is a game changer because you don't have to deal with all of the noise, right? All of the weights hitting the floor, making a loud noise, disturbing the neighbors. This is perfect. And so, yes, now we're seeing all-in-one machines that can do different things. And, you know, this specific one today we're going to get into is pretty unique for things like skiing and stuff like that. But now what's also exciting is we're seeing dedicated machines just like you would in a normal gym. So a dedicated lat pull down low row station that's digital. Could be a bench press that's digital. Could be something else. Some people might eventually like that. I can see a future where people want digital machines instead of just one machine that does everything in one package. So that's really exciting. And I think today's video is gonna kind of touch on that because you have a very unique piece here that can do some functional trainer type stuff with the articulating arms. So without further ado, let's get into this review and see what the FitTransformer Titan is all about.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm really excited here to review a really cool home fitness equipment that you could acquire, and I'm going to review it for you right here. It's called the FitTransformer.
Like a ski erg.
This is a really cool all-in-one home gym setup where basically what it does, they allow you to have a bunch of different machines and just
See, look at the chain on that rower. That looks like a traditional rower, basically, you know, because even the Speedians, like they have their own setup, which looks pretty cool, especially it's very compact, but it's not like, it doesn't have the chain like a traditional rower would have. So this looks like super high end, like actually dedicated.
Is that eventually they're going to have more types of equipment where you could just use the same battery and you're going to be able to save costs by just using the same battery if you want to get a different type of frame of fitness equipment. Where now they have the rower and they have the ski and strength machine, but later in the future they're going to have other ones where, like, once you actually get one of these and you see a frame that you like, whatever it may be, you could just get that and just save.
That's awesome. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, where it's one battery, different machines, and you could just replace them and use it. This is amazing. You could basically have like different machines dedicated in one space, change the battery or maybe buy multiple batteries. You know, this is the future, guys, man.
Rower, an air resistance rower, and magnetic resistance rower. You get all that with just one rower. All you need to do is just switch the battery into the rower, and then you could switch off with the keypad here. Real easy to switch off to any resistance. Depending on the goals, you might have different people in your household that like a different feel, or maybe you want to switch it up and try something different. It's really cool feel to go from just, like, for example, rowing with the water resistance and then switching it up and doing air resistance.
But then is the battery, does that negate the need to plug it in? I don't think so.
What's really cool about this one here is that it has these arms. They're really micro movable, so they move up, they move down, they move.
Those are some pretty big arms, I must say. You definitely won't be complaining about chest flies after that, I'll tell you. The only thing I would say though, well, I was gonna say that it doesn't seem like it can go down that far because of the frame, but I'm sure you could tilt the arms down to be able to do like belt squats and
And you can
stuff.
switch it off, like I said, with the different resistance, whether it's water, air, or magnetic, totally different feel. But it switches in an instant, so you're able to switch it off real easy.
Wow. I
And
love the tactile nature of it, like switching from strength to ski physically, that's pretty nice.
bar that you could connect on both sides after you move the arms, and you could do your bent over rows, you could do bicep curls, you could do deadlifts, you could do back squats, you could do
Yeah. Okay, so the fact that the wires are like the lines are converging this way as opposed to like directly underneath it, it's not, yeah, it doesn't seem like the greatest strength curve for like compound movements, I would say, compared to like a Speediance or a Noda Gym where you have like a rectangular frame, you can rack the bar and it's coming from a rectangle, so the lines are directly down as opposed to like this. So yeah, not wouldn't say it's best for that. For isolation work like that, like those bicep curls, that's good. Tricep push downs can work for sure. Looks like the compound lift stuff probably wouldn't be this machine's strong point, but good for isolation stuff, I would say.
I really like the way it feels. And again, like I said, this is very space saving friendly. So you're trying to save space in your home. You don't have much room in your home. You want to put it in the corner. This is a perfect setup for you to have.
The other thing I would say as well is the arms, because they're so big, which is great. I mean, it's designed for this purpose to do like a ski kind of thing. Because they're so big and wide, it's kind of like a lot wider than the actual platform itself, which can present some kind of issues because you'd be standing off the platform most of the time if you want to do some of these exercises. Whereas if it was confined within the proportion of the platform, then it would be easier. I do like that screen though. I must say, I'm a fan of the minimalist screen. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, that looks amazing. Rear delt flies on this machine. Because you've got all that space to move, that would be good. Again, this as an isolation machine, perfect. I can imagine having this with like a little power rack or like a squat rack next to it and then doing
Be able
that.
to store it like this. Like I said before, it has wheels, so you can move it around real easy.
Doesn't look that
And if you
secure.
want to just bring it back down, you just kick it there, and it slowly lowers
Yeah,
back
I can
down.
imagine that mechanism failing at some point. I don't know. It'd be better if it could fold up like perpendicular to each other. I don't
Plug
know.
it from the monitor. You unplug it, and all you do is just lift this up here on your
And
rower.
I like personally, I'm not a fan of like, I probably would get annoyed having to take the battery on and off. It kind of reminds me of like having to deal with weight plates and putting that on and off a bar. So I think that would annoy me eventually. I'd probably just like if they had an option to just plug each item in and then just have it like that, then I wouldn't need to remove it. But and then like sharing the screen, like I don't know, like I think the machines should just have their own screen, so you don't like. I respect the modularity, and I'm all for modularity and stuff, but I think it would be quite cumbersome to like have to move the screen all the time. But it is cool though. It's good that you can do that at least. It would be better if they had an app for each piece of equipment, and then whatever piece of equipment you can activate on and off, and then just change the modes and stuff. That'd be more practical, I think. but I'm sure that that feels amazing, that row. And you could see you could see the rollers on the seat. They look pretty beefy, and it's rolling on metal as well, which looks super smooth. So I'm sure, like as a rower, I think that would be awesome.
For example, we go back and we do water rowing. And we test that out now and see how it feels. Yeah, now it feels like you're actually in a boat and you're rowing in the water.
Okay, let's move
feels more
this
real,
on. Let's see what else there
more
is.
real life. Feel like if you're.
Yeah, I think we can stop the video there. This looks pretty cool. I definitely like it is quite a chunky boy. I think as an all-in-one solution, it doesn't seem that it does everything well like some other ones out there. I'd say if you're into like the ski erg, like this looks like it'll be perfect for you. If you love rowing as well, that's awesome that you can have like a two-in-one thing. Although maybe you already have a rower in your house and you don't need it. So, like I say, this looks good as like an isolation type of machine. But still very versatile. I think the price point as well comes in a little bit lower than some of the competition, which is really good. There's a link in the description below. You can check that out as well. I think that saves you money as well if you check my link there. So that's the good thing. Like it's actually cheaper than a lot of the competition, and you potentially have a lot of modularity and versatility with this machine just simply because of those articulating arms. The articulating arms open up everything for that. So yeah, I would definitely say like if you want a all-in-one solution for ski erg, rower, plus you got the weight training, like, and you don't want to be spending like $4,000-5,000 for these other machines, then just get this. Like this is definitely gonna cover your needs. So anyway, that's been my review of this machine. Really, really good. I think, you know, we're reaching a really good point in kind of digital home gym machines. And especially for people who live in apartments, this is just perfect for us because we don't have to deal with the noise, disturbing neighbors, regulations, stuff like that. So all in all, a good time to be alive. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. This has been my reaction of the FitTransformer Gym Titan Pro. Have a great day.